So this is not a laptop anymore. It's a Home Assistant server. So at first I thought, you know what, there's a microphone here, there's a webcam, there's a screen, there are speakers, there's Bluetooth, there's Wi-Fi. I thought maybe I could utilize all of that. I was wrong, guys. In this video, I'm going to show you what actually works and what doesn't work, and why this actually stopped being a laptop but became more of an actual Home Assistant appliance. So we're gonna start with the screen and how the screen is rendered useless, but it's not absolutely useless because you can still use it. As you can see here, I've got the Home Assistant CLI. The only thing that you can literally use maybe for diagnostic or something, like if you wanna check your CLI, of which most people, I feel like they won't check this unless there's a problem. So you can literally just check your status here and check your IP address, things like that. And maybe you can, for instance, right now, maybe I can say network. And it's just gonna show me this information. Like if I have to fix something on Home Assistant that's on the core, I can still just do this without connecting a keyboard and a mouse. 99% of the time, I've never really used this. This is not a tutorial by any means. I'm just showing you what you can tap on the laptop, like the devices like cameras, screen, Bluetooth, and what you cannot tap also. So it's not a tutorial, but it's just showing you. If you want a tutorial, just ask for it. I'll do a next video about that thing that you asked for. So yeah. So now let's try and tap on the speakers. When I see if we can actually access the speakers from the laptop, since we already have the hardware there. So I installed this add-on here. Then I went to configuration. Then on configuration, you can see here where it says output. So on output, there's built-in analog stereo. That's the default. So it's just gonna work as it is. So what happens is, when you're playing on Spotify, like you normally play, like you select where, like your speakers, you know, yeah. So you actually find here Home Assistant. So as you can see, it's actually playing on this laptop. It's actually using the speakers of this laptop. So let's try and see something. Maybe you can connect actual speakers, because these speakers are actually too weak, but it's a good thing that you can actually play something from these speakers. If you've got good laptop speakers, kudos to you. So I'm just gonna try and connect these Marquee Studios monitors and see if they actually play here also. So I'm just gonna plug it here and see if that actually plays, makes a difference. So guys, seems like yes, we can tap on the speakers, we can also tap here, but kudos to us. So that's one thing that still works on the laptop perfectly. The next thing that we're gonna try and tap on, or that I tried to tap on, is Bluetooth. So with Bluetooth, apparently you can use Bluetooth if you've got the right devices. Like you've got sensors like temperature or humidity sensor that actually use the Bluetooth protocol. You can actually use Bluetooth, but what I wanted to use it for as a proximity detector, like as in if I walk inside the house, it would actually detect that my phone is actually around, but turns out I can't because the Bluetooth address keeps on changing after and after, so we couldn't really use that. So when you install Home Assistant, you're just going to find this Bluetooth thing right here, as you can see. So it's just the Bluetooth, the MAC address of a Bluetooth. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's Bluetooth something. This address right here. Yeah, so if you click on it, it just shows this cool thing. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it just shows the Bluetooths that are around. That's just basically it. It's very wavy. It's an advantage if you've got what you call this laptop as a Home Assistant server. You don't need to buy any Bluetooth modems or anything. You just use it as it is. So now we're getting to the most interesting stuff. So we're gonna be using the camera, the webcam right here. As you can see, this webcam right here. The easiest way to actually utilize this webcam, you can use this software called MotionEye. Let me enable it. You come here, you add a camera, you just select the camera, just like that. You select your webcam, then it starts working. So right here, I've already selected my camera. I just need to enable this, then apply. As you can see, I can see myself from this. It's actually coming from here, from the webcam. The webcam light has turned on, as you can see. So that's the easiest way to actually start tapping on the webcam and utilizing it. So with this, it says here it's got motion sensors, but I've never really went too deep on it because it doesn't offer so many features. It's only offering motion, meaning that if I step in a room and it detects motion, it can actually do an automation. But what I really want to talk about is Frigate. So Frigate is the other way of actually utilizing this. So I'm going to switch this off so that we can go to Frigate. So let's go to Frigate right now. On Frigate, you've got so many automations that you can run. But basically what you need to set up, you need to do a little bit of coding here. Let's go to configurations. As you can see, you need to do all of these and actually tell it that you want to use a webcam like here and tell it it's video, what video. Oh, it's not easy to config, but it's doable. But after you're done with that, you can literally access your camera. So I'm just going to enable it here. As you can see, so I've enabled the camera. So I did this automation. I just want to show you an example what you can actually pull with the webcam and Frigate. So on this setting here, let me pretend as if I'm editing. On this section here, you can see I've marked the zone. The pink area is another zone. Then this area is another zone, meaning that if I step here, I can actually run some automation depending on what's there. If it's a person or a keyboard, because there's an automation that I also run with the keyboard sometimes using this webcam. But if a person comes here, it can actually run some automation. If a person steps here, it can run some automation. That's basically what it is, but it can go more complex than that. So yeah, so I'm just going to enable, let me show you the automation that I've actually set up. Let me search for it. So currently this automation is disabled, but this is what it does. Basically, when it detects a person in this area, it's going to turn on the light that's right there. Then when it detects a person on that area that I marked before, it's going to turn on the light right there. So I'm just going to enable it and demonstrate it for you. So it's enabled now. Let me first switch off the lights that are right here. Yeah, and leave on that other light. So I'm just going to step in the zone. So remember this zone here. This is the line that I actually demarcated so that if I step here, it's going to turn on these lights. Then if I step there, yeah, just like that. So I'm going to step here. As you can see, I'm here. The lights are not turning on. The moment I step here, this light turns on, that one switches off, as you can see. And the moment I step this other side of the line, this one turns on, this one turns off. So yeah, it just shows you how much you can do with Frigate. Because literally what I normally do a keyboard detection. The moment I remove my keyboard here and put it on my lap like this, the moment I remove my keyboard, it turns on. It knows that the keyboard is moved from this. So there's a zone using this webcam right here, but later with that. So, but yeah, that's some exciting stuff. So you can literally utilize this webcam if you want to. So with the microphone, I discovered that you can't really tap on the microphone that is on the laptop. I have no idea why. You can tap on the speakers, you can tap on the camera, but you can't tap on the microphone that is on board there. So the best solution is actually to plug in a microphone like this, or you can just use a webcam as your microphone. So currently I've actually plugged this webcam to the laptop here via USB. So this webcam actually supplies me with the audio and the camera footage. It does two things at the same time. So yeah, so in order for us to actually tap inside this microphone, we actually need like 4 add-ons. So we need the Whisper add-on, Open Workbed add-on, Piper, and Assist microphone. We need all of those. So let me show you something here. So I've got this voice assistant here. So in a voice assistant, when you're setting up a voice assistant by Home Assistant, you need to download all of those things. Those things, they act as engines for actually translating your speech into text. Then when Home Assistant responds, it translates that text into speech so that you can hear it, right? So that's why, let's say we're adding a new assistant here. So you can actually name it, and here, this is where you actually fill in the speech to text, text to speech. That's where Piper and whatever, everything comes to an action. Yeah, but yeah, let's move on. Basically, I've set up this voice assistant that's gonna work normally like a Google speaker. So I've got a Google speaker right here. So it's supposed to give me features of a Google speaker. Like I can say, hey Google, turn off the strip light. Like that. Hey Google, turn on the strip light. So right now the work word that I've set here is okay Nabu, but there are different work words. As you can see, when I said okay Nabu, something happened. So I can be like, okay Nabu, turn off the PC light.
Turn off the light.
Okay Nabu. Okay Nabu. Okay Nabu. Turn on the PC light. Alright guys, it turns out when I say okay Nabu, I'm supposed to wait up until it responds, unlike the Google speaker whereby I can just say okay Google, do this, something like that, because Google instantly responds to whatever I ask it. So with this, also the model that I chose right here, I think that's why maybe it's using a lower model. So on add-ons here, where we're gonna go on Whisper configuration. Here it's on auto, so I'm guessing it chose a smaller model to support the CPU of this laptop. So if you choose maybe a larger model, it's gonna understand my speech better than how it's doing now. But yeah, this is just an example on that you can actually use your own hardware. Basically, with the webcam and the laptop, you've got a Google speaker, basically, and you can just utilize the speakers that are on the webcam for responses. Or you can even plug in laptop speakers. There are those USB laptop speakers whereby you power it with a USB and you plug in the jack. You can actually use that if you want to. But yeah, that shows what you can do. And I think you can also, connect your Spotify, like to say, okay, Nabu, turn on Spotify, things like that. So yeah, in conclusion, you can actually utilize the laptop. The most things that you can utilize is the webcam and the microphone. Those are the things that you can really utilize. But if you've got Bluetooth protocol appliances like your sensors, not your motion sensors, like maybe your temperature sensors, things like that, you can actually use them with your Bluetooth. Unfortunately, I do not have them here, but it's something that you can use. So yeah, you've got 3 things that I guarantee you can use. But I'd say just get a webcam. It's gonna save you better, because I don't keep this laptop right here to run automations. I can literally plug in a webcam, or I can literally plug in multiple webcams that at different angles to actually run automation. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and comment if you've got any comments, or if you've got any additions, if you know something that can actually be utilized on a laptop, a hardware, mention it in the comment section below. Cheers, bye.